Do you have a fear of getting old? This might be the scariest film you've ever seen. Welcome back to HMP. My name is Adam, and I just checked out The Rule of Jenny Penn, currently streaming on Shudder. Now, I've seen a few of the Shudder original films in the past to varying degrees of success, so when the new ones are announced, I'm not always champing at the bit just to check it out, but with a name like The Rule of Jenny Penn,
it has to be good.
No way with that name this movie's good. But then you say, starring John Lithgow. Well, now we're talking. By the way, if you're a millennial or younger and all you know of John Lithgow is Third Rock from the Sun, do yourself a giant favor and check out more of John Lithgow's performances over the years. You can come back to this video later and thank me. Did you thank me? You're welcome. I knew nothing going in save for people saying that there's a new movie out and John Lithgow is really good in it. Well, you got me. So imagine my surprise and joy when the first face I see on screen is Oscar winner Geoffrey Rush. What a delight, man. Seeing Geoffrey Rush on screen, I knew I was in good hands at this point. He may not be that household name that everyone knows, but of course you know his work. And even things as dreadfully bad as the Pirates movies are, he still tends to be one of the best things about those movies. Let's get into it. Here's the IMDb plotline for The Rule of Jenny Penn. As we know, IMDb always 100% correct in everything they say and or do. Confined to a secluded rest home and trapped within his stroke-ridden body, a former judge must stop an elderly psychopath who employs a child's puppet to abuse the home's residents with deadly consequences. Not too shabby, IMDb. Somebody must have had their coffee when they wrote that one. The judge had a stroke and is now confined to a wheelchair, which is easily something that no one wants to face, losing one's independence. He reassures us that he is going to get better and he's going to go back home and that he's going to go back to work. And he's so sure of this that he's very rude to everyone, including his roommate, a Maori man played by George Henare. Now, I know this is an odd time to bring it up, but I think it should be brought up at some point, so I figure I might as well do it now. This movie takes place in New Zealand. Now, it's not a hugely central plot point or anything, but it does play into the surrounding events enough to make you notice that it feels unique and enough to, at least to these American movie watching eyes, that made it all the more interesting. Now, Geoffrey Rush is Australian, so he didn't have to go too far afield, but believe it or not, John Lithgow does what I think is a damn fine New Zealand accent. New Zealanders, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Let's get to John Lithgow. Lithgow plays Dave Creeley, a fellow rest home resident who walks around with an eyeless baby doll with no legs converted into a hand puppet named Jenny Penn, of which Crowley does the voice for. He'll stare you down from across the room, he'll push you when you're not looking, he'll blackmail you and sing Knees Up Mother Brown at a manic pace, and as bad as all of that stuff is, lately, he's been sneaking in at night to fellow residents' rooms and torturing them, mostly psychologically and everything, but there is some light to middling physical abuse there as well. That's one thing that I wanted to get clear about this movie, just in case anyone is rolling into it thinking that it's something that it's not. This movie is light on gore, the language isn't all that bad, and there's a bit of old man butt nudity, which is actually really effective. But this movie is rated R, and I think it's mostly just because it's kind of disturbing. Lithgow gives a really great performance as always, and it's really great to see him having this much fun at this point in his career, playing silly and scary. It's really a lot of fun. The only thing that I can kind of complain about a little bit is the choice of contact lenses that he wore. They were very blue and felt a bit off, not like Johnny Depp in Black Mask distracting.
No.
But it did make me wonder if he got into the spice.
They're here for the spice.
One of the things I liked about this movie is the feeling of helplessness and confusion. We have a lot of these wide-angle close-ups of Geoffrey Rush. We are with him in these moments. It's this slow, miserable life that he's leading now because he can't help himself, dependent upon other people. I think this movie says quite a lot about aging, and specifically aging for men. This movie is about men losing the battle to time and their ability to do things for themselves. Once strong, capable respectable men are now subject not only to the ravages of time, but also suffering at the hands of another man who's clearly wrestling with what's left of his own sanity. People will be talking to the judge and he'll be just drifting off into space. There'll be moments of lost time. He'll be right in the middle of doing one thing, get distracted by something, turn around, and all of a sudden it's later. But how later? What's going on? How did I even get here? And then there's the paranoia of no one listening or taking you seriously. Things that we've witnessed are tossed away by authority figures like the musings of a child desperate for attention. On top of all of that, we've got a crazed patient who's going around torturing you and everyone else in the facility, but no one else seems to care or notice. How many people will have to suffer at the hands of a crazy man? Will the judge and Mr. Garfield be able to stop Creeley, and at what cost? The Rule of Jenny Penn was a nice enough little film. The overall story isn't amazing, but it is certainly entertaining enough, and it really is bolstered by very strong performances by Lithgow and Wright. My only real complaint, and I'll keep doing this every time until it's remedied, Shudder, you have got to give me more than stereo. This is a modern film that was mixed in at least 5.1 or better. It's 2025, man. Let's get with it. Now, I'm not saying all of your stuff has to be 4K and Atmos tracks and everything, but you've got to have surround on films that call for it. Fix it, you guys. You're such a great service. You really make it worthwhile to us. Just do that little bit more. Sorry about the rant. That will do it for this review of The Rule of Jenny Penn. If you like this movie or you feel like you need something else, check out these movies that are kind of in this same sort of institution, can't trust anyone, what does it mean to lose one's mind, etc., etc. So I would highly recommend Samuel Fuller's Shock Corridor, as well as John Frankenheimer's Seconds, Gore Verbinski's A Cure for Wellness, Steven Soderbergh's Unsane, Martin Scorsese's Shutter Island, and of course, who can forget Milos Forman's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Can't get out of here without that one, of course. Got a movie I missed? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Boy, I tell you what. Boy, I tell you what. Gotta keep the glasses clean. Still dirty.